Today we're going to be talking about, whoa, it just got bright in here. I hate the sun. Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another stale movie review. Today we're going to be talking about The Green Inferno, directed by Eli Roth. Yeah, so The Green Inferno is about a group of college activist kind of type people that go to South America to protest. What is it protesting? Deforestation? Or yeah, they're like, yeah, right, deforestation. And there's like deforestation and how it's affecting like the native tribes that live in the rainforest, like it's gonna wipe them out or something like that. So they're protesting that, and then of course things go wrong and they get stuck in the forest in a tribe of cannibals. So yeah, so what I know about this movie is that it is classified as a splatter gore film, which is like the horror version of like splattercore, I guess. And I had to look this up. But a splatter film, from what I understand, focuses on graphic portrayals of gore. It's mostly supposed to be about the gore and not so much the story. I think story-wise and like dialogue-wise, the movie was like meh. It wasn't that great. But it's definitely not for the faint of heart, I would say. It's definitely very gory, very graphic. I mean, if you like that sort of thing, this is the movie for you, because it is like gore all up in this movie. There is like some like underlying kind of storyline of how it's like, it gets kind of like conspiracy-ish up in there. Like, you know, the main protagonist, Justine, you know, learns that, you know, there's kind of like a conspiracy why they were there and why they were sent there and all that sort of thing. Like it's for money or something like that. But that point got like, so like the plot and everything was a little bit too meh for me. I was mostly in it just to see the gore, which I got plenty of. I did kind of like it was a little bit about the females up in this movie. We open pretty much with our main character Justine in a class where they're talking about the mutilation of female genitalia in certain societies or certain cultures. They fuck up that part of a woman's body pretty badly. And like talking about how like after this process is done, their legs are like bound for a while they're supposed to be healing. And since a lot of these cultures that practice this are like tribes out in the jungle and things like that, infection is prominent and death, because they're just like binding their legs together to heal them. They're not really, you know, getting the proper care after what is being done to their bodies. So we open with that sort of thing, and there's scenes like after the group has been caught by the tribe, the tribe checks all the females to see if they have, if they're still virgins or not, and which obviously involves, you know, sticking something up there. And then of course our main character is still a virgin, so there's a very tense moment near the climax where they are going to, you know, mess up her insides. Without being too graphic, they're gonna mess up her female sex organs pretty bad. Which is like, that for me was like, like, you know, like, I don't know if anyone out there gets like, if somebody is like underwater, they hold their breath, or for me normally if somebody gets like their throat slit, I'm like holding my throat like that. During that part when she's kind of tied up and they're gonna go in and mess stuff up, I had my legs crossed the entire time. I was kind of just like, oh my god, somebody get her out of there, please. So I noticed there's like kind of like a feminine sort of subtext going on here, which I thought was kind of interesting. I wish they kind of expanded on that a little bit more. I think it would have like given a little bit more depth to the plot. But again, from what I understand, it's not really supposed to be about the plot. It was supposed to be about the gore, which there was plenty of. There's this part where the remaining kids, like obviously like the kids are like trapped in this cage among the tribe, and some of them try to escape and a bunch of them are killed like one by one. One of the girls, they think she escapes. They don't actually see what happens to her. And then suddenly like a couple of days later, they're given food to eat. And this particular character had a lot of tattoos, and one of the girls looks down like in her bowl. Like she's given the food and they think it's like pork or something. Obviously like that was kind of like a seriously moment. Like you're in a tribe, like we've already established that they eat people. Like why do you think you're being given pork or something? And she like looks down at it and she's just like, I'm a vegan. Like they're finally given food. She's just like, I'm a vegan. I laughed pretty loud at that part because I can relate, because I'm vegan as well. So I just wrote that down because like as soon as I saw it, I just kind of like jotted that down because I had like a really good like LOL moment. But then of course like they're starving, so she eats it, and then spoiler alert, turns out she looks down in her bowl and she sees like a piece of skin with like with tattoo ink on it, and they realize that they're eating her friend, and then she immediately slits her throat after doing that, kills herself as soon as she realized what she's done. Yeah. I just wrote that down because that was funny. It really, it didn't like make or break the movie for me. I just thought that was funny. I mean, this movie's like 2 years old, so I mean, mini spoiler alert, Justine makes it out thinking that she's left kind of like her antagonist, Alejandro. He's kind of the leader of the group going in, and he's kind of like in on the whole conspiracy part. She leaves him with the tribe and she hauls ass out of there. But then there's just this really dumb part where Justine, like in her like testimony about what happened, she lied and said everybody died in the plane crash, and that the tribe's people were very, very nice to her and she didn't notice any cannibalism going on. I guess it's just to save them so they don't go in there and just like kill everybody. I don't really understand why she saves them. I mean, one kid was nice to her, like one little cannibal kid was nice to her, but that was it. I don't know if it was just because of that one kid. I don't really understand why she did that, but she does that. And then she gets a call from Alejandro's sister, and I guess she found like satellite pictures and her brother is alive, and then that's how the movie ends. So either way, it's dumb. If that's just how the movie ends and Eli Roth doesn't make anything else having to do with Green Inferno, the ending is still dumb. And if he makes a sequel, it's still dumb. So I just wrote dumb ending. I didn't like the ending. I mean, I didn't like most of the movie because like the plot, like I said, the plot and everything was very, very blah. It wasn't anything to write home about, you know? It was mostly about the gore. So in that sense, I was grossed out most of the movie, which I watch a lot of gory things, and usually when it involves people, I'm okay. Usually I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's kind of gross, or ooh, that seems painful, but the only time I'm ever really like, I really get like upset is when it's like animals. When the violence and gore involves animals, that's when I get But people normally I'm fine, but this grossed me out quite a lot. So I mean, kudos for that. I guess overall impressions, it was an alright movie. If you are watching it for the gore, it is perfect. Don't watch it if you're looking for like something deep and meaningful to discuss, because there's not really gonna be a whole lot for you. Definitely a good movie to watch with like a group of friends. I would definitely recommend that. So yeah. If you have seen The Green Inferno, please let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about the movie and what you think about like cannibal movies in general. I don't normally seek them out, but I've seen a few interesting ones, so let me know what you think about that kind of like little subgenre of horror in general. And yeah, if you did like the movie, please give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of my face and hear more of my voice. And thank you if you are subscribed already. And until next time, stay strange. Bye!